Well, hello there to my Cancers. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. For those of you all who were with me from the beginning, you all know about Motivational Mondays. Happy Monday to each and every one of you all. Sending you lots of love and light. Lots of love and light. Okay, Cancers. Let's get into it. All right, Cancers. Hopefully everybody's doing very, very well. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Hopefully you're still resting. Today is the last day for this cycle. We had a hunter's moon, right? So today is the last day for this cycle. And you would probably be in because you're Cancer, right? Homebody, right? Which is a good thing, right? So this spirit is asking you to nurture yourself, as deeply as you nurture others, to move beyond self-protection into divine trust, right? So this week's energy softens the edge of the heart, opening you to forgiveness, flow, and higher love, all right? So the themes around your reading, Cancer, for this Motivational Monday for you is going to be emotional healing, divine intuition, self-compassion, and your heart awakening. And the focus is going to be on how you can merge emotional depth with spiritual wisdom. All right. So the moon is in Libra. You could feel it in your kidneys, your urinary bladder, veins, and your skin, right? So start paying attention to that. If your nose is itching, I know what people say about superstition, or your scalp is itching, or your palm of your hand or the back of your hand is itching, your knees, whatever, bottom of your feet, toes, all of that. First thing you want to do is ask self or source within you, what does that mean? Or you had a dream about something, right? Because something about you shining a light on a lot of the secrets, it has possibly got people. See how this person has their hand in their head right here, like they're scratching their head. Got people scratching their head, like who's a part of what? Like who's connected to whom? But you got to remember, like there's so many people that's secretly connected to stuff in families, in marriages. A lot of people don't really know what their own spouse, with their business partners are secretly tied to or connected to. And so you being the energy that you are, and you carry a lot of wisdom. See all this fish right here on your back? You carry a lot of wisdom on your back, right? And not necessarily with the intent on ending anything, because Pisces rules 12th house, not with the intention on ending anything or anybody, but also for the intention of helping people to kind of sort of open up and teach people what to look for. So let's say, for instance, you're married to somebody who has knowledge about like how to excel in corporate, whatever country you live in. Let's say corporate America, right? Let's say you have a spouse that's been in corporate America and they know the secrets to how to excel in environments, right? They may say, I work with this person dresses this way, they talk this way, they connect with this group of people, whatever, right? They may have access to some kind of secret knowledge that you may not have access to, and you could be married to this person, right? And so that's what somebody is learning, that's why somebody is maybe crying, because you're like, okay, how do people have access to all of these things and not know this? Like, that's what makes people cry. Like, how can people actually be in families, like, and not know people are connected to these secret this and that, and not helping their own loved ones out with this information? Like, what these gifts, right? These gifts that you inherited a lot of spiritual gifts, and you carry it here. Like, you carry this nurturing compassion for the whole world. This is you carrying all these gifts, for the whole world, right? And so this could be you here finally having to put the past behind you because maybe something was so close, right? You know, like it's like two fish swimming in opposite directions. You didn't know what to believe. It like literally had you torn in two different directions. Like you don't know what to believe. Like who's a part of what. You can't believe somebody is, would do something, would overwhelm. This is in your family, by the way. Like somebody that you could have been married with. You can't believe certain things would happen. Like you couldn't believe somebody was secretly doing this behind your back. Can't believe this person was part of a secret organization behind your back. You couldn't believe somebody would do something such and whatever. Right? So somebody's having a tower moment, a complete and total remembering. But remember, source is not going to put more on you than you can handle, because you would totally crash out. You would totally spiritually just crash out, be no good to society, right? So let's get into your reading. So this week is going to be about healing and renewal, learning to care for your heart as deeply as you care for the world around you. So let's see what's going on here. Starting out, your card, right? Your own card opens the reading. So Spirit says you're being called to move forward with faith, courage, and with emotional clarity. You are steering your destiny through love. You're operating in a spirit of love. The challenge for you, maybe the Five of Cups here, you may feel loss or regret surfacing, and Spirit asks you to shift focus. Not all is lost. Healing begins when you honor the lessons, not the wound, right? So you're putting the past behind you. You're finally putting the past behind you. Let me see. Yeah, you're finally putting the past behind you. Something is over. Five of Cups connects 5, 6, and 7 of connects us with Scorpio, right? So you can put the past behind you now, like just say, okay, I'm just putting a manhole cover over the past, right? Because now I got it. I've awakened to my gifts. Right? Some people are dark high priestess energy. Some people are light high priestess energy. And this is in your family. You had a feeling that somebody was practicing some kind of dark moon magic to make somebody cry. Right? Somebody was using some kind of spell work to make, this is in your family, by the way. Somebody saw you as competition. So the way to get to somebody connected to you would to make them cry. Because somebody felt like you were on your high horse, right? To end you. 7 was completion. So somebody says, okay, well, I can complete you. I'll be the dark to your light, right? But that would also mean that, okay, anytime somebody spoke highly of you, and this is, we're talking about 7th house, because this is how people do an injustice to themselves, staying connected to these type of spirits, is every time somebody speaks highly of you, this person comes back with something negative about you. It could be a sibling, it could be a parent, it could be a person you're married to, whoever. They always have something negative to say about you, right? That they are your better half. They're projecting onto you. Anything that's negative about them, they're projecting something onto you. So this is like, you would never marry a person like that. Or if you do, that's how some people become the woman at the well. That's how some people they move on. They just cut it off. They end it. They're not going on. They're not going on to 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups. They just put it at 5 of Cups. They cry about something, shed tears, and they're not happy tears. They see, okay, you know what? That's the end of that. Some people will see it as people running away real fast, like these two horses right here, running away from dark energies, almost like in a judgmental way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then you have people will say, okay, well, we need to expose this person's secret. They think they on such a high horse. Somebody could be saying it about you. Oh, this person is such a high horse. This is why people are now becoming more careful. But some people have to, sometimes you see, I saw an interview with somebody, recently, and they had been married. How many times was she? I want to say 4. And she was basically just saying in her videos that people didn't know how to love her. That was her truth, right? And the way that she was attacked from women, mostly, her ex spoke out and basically said she cheated on, y'all probably saw the interview, they probably know who I'm talking about. But Source is trying to tell you that that's how people come to a point of just saying, just completely putting their past behind them, because they didn't have anybody to teach them. They didn't have any models. They didn't have anything to copy. They didn't have any copies, anybody that could, like I said. So they just said, okay, go with the flow, and be dragged down to the lowest of frequency. And so this is what Source is trying to help you when it's important to who you're surrounding yourself with, right? And so somebody's now having a tower moment, some kind of an awakening of how people could have gone through such dark times and come out a light high priestess. That's how it is. And so when the way I teach is in very plain language, very real language, because some people make psychic gifts, make it seem like it's something spooky, weird, entertaining, all of that other stuff. But no, it's best practices. What did you learn after? Something you didn't know. Somebody didn't teach people. I mean, you'd be surprised at how people don't teach people how to have a successful relationship. You'd be surprised. All they see is that, okay, these couples, they married. That's it. Okay, well, what happened? Did somebody get counseling? What happened when y'all have a rough patch? What happens? What happens? All you see is somebody crying. That's it. That's it. That's all you see is crying. That's all you see is lamenting all the time. Never walking away. The Six of Cups is that people don't look like what they've been through. So behind closed doors, all heck is breaking loose. They come out the house with a smile on their face like nothing ever happened. Seven of Cups, they're in an unhealthy environment. There could be drugs and alcohol going on, all kinds of, craziness going on in front of the kids, all kinds of stuff. All of that going on, right? And you don't make it to Eight of Cups. Because all of that, somebody is slowly dying. 5, 6, 7. All of that is connected to death. All of that is connected to death. And so you don't see Eight of Cups here because that would have been the person ending it, saying walking away, right? So when a person ends it at 5 of Cups, it's like, okay, you get to a point you say, somebody, you didn't sign up for something. Nah, you didn't agree to something. That's what you say, okay, you're crying about something and it's bringing you down to the lowest of place. Like I heard somebody say in an interview openly, and this is the beauty of people being transparent. When you give them a spotlight, they're being transparent, so it makes them sensitive to, people taking pot shots and jabs at them and sword. All of this is the attacks. Somebody recently said in an interview, they started not liking themselves, right, in their marriage. Y'all may know who that person is, right? But when you get to a point where you're not pointing the finger at somebody else and you're saying you don't like yourself, you don't like what you see when you look in the mirror in a marriage, you're not pointing the finger at the other person, you're saying you don't like yourself. You're always crying, you're always sad, you feel depressed all the time. You're just like, okay, what is this? It's not what and other people on the outside don't know. Source is saying that's how people become initiated by Source, the creator, right? And so when people think that you're on some kind of a high horse and they don't know how much you cried, how much you've lamented Cancer, Source is like, you don't have to give people an explanation. You'd be surprised at how much you have in common with people. You'd be surprised. And once people start opening up, it actually empowers you. When they start opening up about the stuff that they've gone through, you may feel shocked at first, like, oh, wow, okay. But it actually empowers you. Like, hey, it's not for the purpose of trauma bonding. It's not, keeping you down. It helps you to put the past behind you. It literally helps you to say, okay, somebody opened up about something. And it helps you just really put the past behind. Like, okay, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. Right? And so some people just use public platforms where they have made millions of followers or millions of fans, right? Millions of dollars, millions of whatever. And while people are taking, attacks against them, so it's just saying, hey, look, some people are like, okay, whatever. They being transparent. They've already healed through that. They put a manhole cover over that. So attack if you will. Keep going, right? So Source is trying to help somebody understand that you were born a star. You know, Cancer rules fourth house. That's career. That's, excuse me. That's family and ancestry, right? And you feel complete whether you're married or not. If you're getting married again, if you're a person who believes in love again, you could be the woman that's at the well and say, "Hey, my spouse is my savior, whoever that is, whatever you believe in, right? Or whoever you believe in." And you say, "I'm putting the past behind me. Let whoever think whatever." But you've gone through enough times for you to get off the fence and be enlightened and to enlighten other people. That could be literally like the person who is at the in-between time. You're pouring into yourself, and while you're pouring into yourself, man or woman, that's when you could meet your person, if that's what you desire, right? As your abundance and your prosperity is growing, right? That's when you can meet your person and have, because you're having awakening after awakening after awakening, right? So you're letting people believe whatever they want to. So you this Empress card is your so that was the past influence, the Tower, right? A recent change or emotional upheaval has cleared stagnant energy. And Spirit says what fell away was never aligned with your highest vibration. If people want to believe something because you're shedding some tears or you're lamenting or you're having a moment, a low feeling, and they want to believe the worst about you, hey, okay. It was never built on firm foundation to begin with. That is okay. Source is just clearing away. When it rains, right? Source is saying it's clearing away. It's clearing away something. Clearing away all the debris. Breaking down those stagnant energies, right? It's clearing away stagnant energy, right? So it was never aligned with your highest vibration. Isn't that when I talk about recalling your energy, right? Recall your energy with every encounter, right? And you don't want to hold on to anything that does not align with your highest frequency. You don't. So Source will reveal it. Source will expose it. And here we go. This Empress card, you're embracing self-love. You are embracing self-love. This is you. And creation. And so Spirit celebrates your desire to nurture beauty, growth, and abundance starting from the inside out. There's a lot of people who value marriage. They may not have been taught. Maybe all they saw was lamenting. And all they saw was lamenting. They never saw happiness. Like you never really saw anybody, whoever you are. They never saw, like something that was like a realistic situation, right? Where you saw the ups and downs. Maybe that's all you saw. So you may be a person that says, "Hey, I'm out. Made me cry one time, I'm out. If it's not happy tears, if we not laughing until our sides hurt and tears shooting out of our eyes as we cracking up laughing on the inside or outside, then I'm out." Right? That could be you. But I'm seeing someone is learning that your sensitivity really is a gift. This is a major gift to a whole lot of people. You're helping a lot of people go through a rebirth and recognize that, hey, we're together. We're together. We can balance each other out. This is one energy here. This is you in the flesh, your divine master. This is your the light and dark side of you in the flesh, and this is your higher self. Okay, this is you balanced out, connecting with another person that's balanced out. On the physical, it looks like this is my better half. No, that's not your better half. You are your better half, and they have a better half and the other half to them, making them whole and complete. So Source is saying to you, you're starting to see something here from a higher frequency. And for some people, your compassion really is overwhelming. For some people, believe it or not, it is overwhelming. That's how thirsty the world has been for cancers to operate in their highest frequency, for real, man or woman. That's just how thirsty the world has been, because it's just been that cold. What you don't see here is the sun on the that's how cold it's been. So your compassion of you pouring into self and sharing that overflow with the world I'm telling y'all, wherever you go, you're sharing that overflow. Just a smile, a hello, a wave, you know, having conversation, recognizing somebody's dog or their pet, or saying hello, making eye contact, you know, sending out a kind word, or doing a review on someone's anything, and just saying, you know, just acknowledging, you know, how they may have poured into you. Those little acts of kindness, that's a sort of, somebody saying, is overwhelming, you know. And so, but your ancestors are in your ear. It's because your ancestors are talking to you, guiding you, reminding you. Somewhere in your family, you saw that, or you felt that. You felt that balance, like two whole people coming together. There was no like codependency. It was just two whole people coming together. Somewhere you felt that. Maybe it was your parents. Maybe it was your grandparents. You know, whoever it was, but you saw it. So here we have the Two of Swords, or hopes and fears, is that you may fear making the wrong decision. Spirit says clarity will come through stillness. Your intuition will lead you when logic cannot. Okay, so somebody could be getting married. Somebody could be getting married after shedding a lot of tears. Shedding a lot of tears. Somebody could be getting married. So the outcome is the Star card. So hope and healing return. Spirit confirms you are aligning with divine peace, forgiveness, and emotional renewal. Your heart is being reborn in light. Yeah, your heart is being reborn in light. Right? So of course you all are keeping people out of your business. That's also the secret. That's the secret to pour into yourself, keep people out your business. Right? So that's what I'm saying for you all. Nice. Very nice, Cancer. So this week is about coming home to yourself, no longer hiding behind your shell, but allowing spirit to heal your heart with gentle grace. You are the moon's child, right? Intuitive and luminous, right? And so spirit says your empathy is sacred, but you could be a Cancer sun or Cancer moon. It's luminous, and so spirit says your empathy is sacred, but it must align with you and lead with compassion. Trust divine timing, and remember, your softness is your strength, sending you love, light, and blessings. Here we have somebody wants the best for you. Here we have, yep. So the scales from your eyes may be opening, but you're not looking back. You're not looking back. So listen to your inner voice. Oops. One yes from God is all you need. Somebody has not been completely honest with you about something. It could have been somebody that you were married to, or somebody that you thought about marrying, possibly in the past. Somebody wanted to catch a ride on your shooting star. Could have been somebody you were married to or thought about marrying, right? Trying to pull you down into something. So, and somebody else wasn't completely honest about something. So, yeah, somebody has a demon of envy. So their plan to disrupt your money backfired. So you could have had somebody who was jealous of your marriage, or if you're going to get married, you could be with your person. They could have been married. If you were married several times, you know, coming in, disrupting your relationships with people, a copycat. Somebody could have a copycat. So you got to be aware of those energies too. Somebody wanting your whole life. So by the time somebody was blindsided by some energies from the past, you started having a total recall of everything. Like, okay. And so those energies are getting their karma now. They're getting their karma now, right? For trying to pull you into something and end you. These are family members, by the way, right? So for just envying your life. I mean, it's simple. Hey, you know what? can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? You know, what's the secret? What's the secret to you being in hermit mode? Like, what's the secret? What is it? What's the secret? Just like you would humble yourself and ask a person, what's the secret to a successful relationship? Like, what works for you? Like, I feel like somebody would humble themselves and say that, or just be transparent and be like, okay, like somebody was transparent in an interview. They said they felt like somebody didn't love them the way they needed to be loved. Maybe you remember everybody's transitioning. Everybody's transitioning, learning about themselves, right? So that's where the compassion comes in. So your ancestors are proud of you. But of course, this person was attacked mostly by other women, unfortunately. So it's time to release the burden. You're healing from the pain they caused. Treat yourself to a spa day. You have the gift of deja vu. So you already know how something is going to end. You already know how something is going to end. Somebody really, really wants to be in your energy. Like if you're getting married, they want to be invited to the wedding. This is a family member. They want to be invited. They want to be in your life. Whoever this is. After doing all the stuff that they did, even though they've evolved, source is saying to you, you're putting the entire past behind you. Because I do see somebody getting married. I see now your eyes are open. Like there was a lot of impulsive things. Somebody was trying to get something right, but somebody clearly crossed a line. And again, this is in your family. So certain people won't be invited. Certain people will not be invited to your wedding. So don't give yourselves a headache over it. Yeah, don't give yourselves a headache over it. I see you forgiving people, but I just see you moving on. Yeah, because you're learning how to protect. You're learning, if you have kids, you're learning how to protect them, or, you know, you have sacred relationships. You're learning how to protect those sacred relationships, those sacred bonds. If you have kids or mentors or mentees or students or whomever, you're protecting them, right? And so as far as when things were happening to you, then you were okay. But as soon as something happened to something that you created, that's when it really kind of hits you like, okay, wow. Okay, these people just not going to stop. They just relentless. I detach myself from anger and replace it with compassion. Yeah, so that is what I see for you. I see that you do have a guardian angel, you know, watching over you, whoever you are, to help to protect your star, because somebody was blindsided. Somebody was blindsided by something, and all because somebody thought you were on a high horse. They wanted to bring a whole tower down on you because of your gifts. As if you hadn't, see this dark and light side, as if you hadn't gone through enough dark times. That's amazing to me about people. You know, when I see stuff online, I'm like, gosh, these famous people have some tough skin, because the way the hate was thrown at somebody, you know, some of these people in interviews. I'm like, oh my God. Do you know this person personally? I mean, and the person's first ex responded. I was like, oh my, we didn't even know where you were. But okay. So acceptance, radical acceptance, and the now opens the flow. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you all in the next video. And again, like I said, somebody is getting married. Somebody could be having a baby. Or growing your business and your prosperity as well. And a lot of people do envy that, but their impulsive move just ended it. It just ended it, right? So that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.